From hot coffee to monkey selfies, here are 10 craziest lawsuits you won't believe.
Number 10, sued over cookies. Two teenage girls from Durango, Colorado, named Taylor Ostergaard and Lindsey Zellitti, decided they would skip on the school dance and would instead spend their night baking some cookies for their neighbors. While 6 of their neighbors left them thank you notes, their 49-year-old neighbor, Wanita Young, did not like the gesture so much, so she sued them. She said she saw shadowy figures around her house around 10:30 p.m., quote, repeatedly banging on her door. These two teens did not answer when she asked, "Who's there?" which resulted in a panic attack, an upset stomach, and hospitalization. She sued the two girls for distress and court fees, which added up to about $900 for the two teens, which they did end up paying.
9. Number 9, homeless man sues his parents. The 32-year-old Bernard Bay sued his parents in 2013 because they'd been unsupportive, indifferent, and emotionally and verbally abusive. He felt he'd been abandoned and wanted his parents to mortgage their home in Brooklyn so they could buy a Domino's franchise to generate wealth for his demand of a $200,000 payout. While Bernard believes he's working hard selling t-shirts on the street and making rap mixtapes, his parents and siblings believe he should just go get a job instead of forcing his parents to pay him an allowance.
8. Number 8, sued for coffee that was too hot. When you think of frivolous lawsuits, you probably think of the infamous McDonald's lawsuit where a woman sued the company for serving her coffee that was too hot. That's the story with Liebig versus McDonald's restaurants. However, this case may not be as frivolous as you might think it is. Stella Liebig was 79 years old at the time during the incident in 1992. And while the spill was her fault, what wasn't her fault was that the coffee was heated up to 190 degrees Fahrenheit, more than 60 degrees the normal heat that restaurants keep their coffee at. This boiling hot coffee left third-degree burns on Liebig's legs and genitals and required extensive surgery to prevent near death. Luckily, in the end, Liebig settled for $600,000 and McDonald's stopped serving people dangerously hot coffee.
7. Batman sues Batman. In 2008, the mayor of Batman sued the Warner Brothers and Chris Nolan for not getting permission to use his city's name in their film, The Dark Knight. Why did Mayor Hussein Kalkin decide to sue Chris Nolan and Warner Brothers this one time, and not the other 100 times Batman has been made into a film or TV series? Well, apparently, the mayor blamed the high rates of female suicide on the film. However, these are more blamed on the cultural ills of their society and honor deaths, rather than Christian Bale's deep, dulcet Batman voice.
6.
Number 6. PETA defends a monkey named Naruto. PETA once filed a lawsuit on behalf of a female macaque monkey named Naruto. The case revolves around a series of selfies taken by macaques using equipment that belonged to nature photographer David Slater. While Slater intentionally set up the project so that the monkeys would take selfies of themselves, the Wikimedia Foundation on which these images were posted decided that the author was a non-human and therefore could not hold copyright, making the images public use. PETA sued David Slater when he pushed to own the copyright on the images, because, of course they did. In the case of Naruto et al. V. David Slater, the court ultimately ruled that Slater could not own the image because he did not create the image on his own. While the rights of the image remain up in the air, currently the image does not belong to Naruto, PETA, or Slater.
Now hold up, if you're enjoying this video, make sure you go and do 3 things for me. Like, comment, and subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
5. Number 5, $7.5 million watermelon-related injury. In June 2015, the retired Sergeant Henry Walker, then 59 years old, when he was shopping in Walmart in Phoenix City, Alabama, when he got injured. Walker was reaching for a watermelon when his foot got stuck in a wooden pallet. While trying to break free, he fell over and shattered his hip. In November of 2017, he finally won the lawsuit, with the verdict that he should receive $7.5 million. Walker's lawyers argued that his life was permanently changed because of this incident, and security footage revealed that people had gotten their foot caught before.
4. Number 4, woman lost her psychic powers. In 1986, a woman named Judith Hames got a CAT scan, which she says made her lose her paranormal abilities. Hames is a self-described psychic superhero, but after the CAT scan, she said she lost her psychic abilities, which allowed her to do her job. She took this case to court to seek reparations for the damage made to her career. The jury decided she was owed nearly $1 million. While you may be surprised, apparently the hospital injected her with dye after she told them she was allergic to it. Since the procedure, she had experienced constant headaches. Sadly, the judge did not agree with the jury and threw out Hames' case. I guess she didn't see that coming.
Number 3. How to get away with murder. The beginning of this crazy story begins where they all begin, with a then 16-year-old Ethan Crouch stealing 2 cases of beer from a Walmart with his friends. The group got crazy drunk and started driving, which, by the way, we strongly advise against. Down the road, a 24-year-old woman named Brianna Mitchell was changing a flat tire with the help of Holly Boyles and her daughter and youth pastor named Brian Jennings. Ethan Crouch slammed his truck into the entire group. But for some reason, in the court trial against Ethan Crouch, he managed to escape without the 20-year sentence that the prosecutors were aiming for. Instead, he got 10 years probation in a rich people rehab center, all because he was a teen who suffered from affluenza. Basically, he grew up so rich and with so much privilege that he did not understand the negative repercussions of his actions, and therefore it wasn't really his fault he did so much damage and broke so many laws. So, if you want to get away with murder, it probably helps to be stinking rich.
2. Suing over a defective thong. 52-year-old Macrita Patterson says she suffered an injury and a scratched cornea when a metal fastener on her pair of Victoria's Secret underwear struck her in the face. While it might seem frivolous to sue a company because of a bad thong, Patterson's lawyer argued that her life will be permanently changed because of the injury. While an ophthalmologist commented and said that the corneal abrasion usually will clear up in a few days, Patterson says she had to miss 2 weeks of work because of the injury. Whether she was exaggerating the injury for the case or she really did get permanently hurt, we may never know. I guess it will always be Victoria's Secret.
1. Suing a dead man. In 2008, 18-year-old Hiroyuki Joho was running across the tracks at a train station in Chicago since he was running late for his inbound train when he accidentally got struck by an Amtrak train. That's when a, quote, large portion of Joho flew across the station and struck a would-be passenger named Gayana Zokrabov. She fell to the ground and sustained injuries. And that's why Ms. Zokrabov decided to sue the family of the now-dead Joho. The reason for the lawsuit was that she claimed it would be reasonably foreseeable that a part of Joho's corpse could fly across the station and hit someone. For better or for worse, Zokrabov ended up winning this crazy case of flying body parts. If you like this video, you can check out more of GOAT 5 right here. And if you want to check out my channel, you can click here to see Wacky Universe.